Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be showing you 3 tips and tricks for blending your Tombow dual brush pens. Stay tuned till the end where I'm going to show you a little trick on how to make a cool background. I use Strathmore mixed media paper, which is not bad for the dual brush pen because it's flat and smooth enough for it without ruining your brush pens. So the first way of doing this is using a colorless blender, which comes in like one of those big packs. If you buy a pack of 8, it comes with it, so you don't really have to worry about it. But if you don't have one, you can go and buy the separate colorless blender pack. So let's write something like sunset. So first you want to start with your lighter color, and you're going to just write whatever it is if you're doing calligraphy or draw. Normally I would use some guidelines so it doesn't look so uneven, but this is just for demonstration purposes. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take your other color and you're going to want to do this. So what you're going to do, I wouldn't recommend doing the colorless blender part at the end because your orange would have already dried. So what you're going to do is you're going to grab this and you're going to just paint on top of it with your darker color, and then you're going to grab your colorless blender and you're just going to drag it down. So make sure you're using paper that's a bit thicker so that it doesn't become all feathery. Even this mixed media paper, if I do it too many times, it gets really feathery at the top where there's a lot of ink. If you can, I would use some thicker paper, but the only thing is that I would recommend using some thicker paper, but the thing is that it might not be that good of an idea because some of them are more textured and may ruin your brush pen. So I would suggest just trying different papers and seeing which one works for you. So you're just going to continue. So I'd also recommend when you're doing this to have the end, oh, I did it too low, but I would recommend you try to grab some from the top where there's the most orange so that it looks a bit more blended. And I would recommend not doing a straight line when you're using the orange at the bottom so that it won't have a... Okay, so the second way is using a water pen, and what you're going to do is you're going to get this. Because Tombow dual brush pens are water based, you can actually use water to mix them, just like so. I'm just gonna put a bit. Just make sure when you're using the water pen, if you have one, that you don't squeeze it too much, because okay, this is like really wet right now, so I'm gonna dry it. I don't want it this wet, but you want really little water, and I would even recommend using a bit of water and then using a normal paintbrush and to just spread it. Water brush pen, I had too much water in it because of how I stored it, but you kind of get the gist of it. What you're gonna do is you're just gonna spread it. I would recommend doing this on watercolor paper because I think this paper is also a bit too thin and it can't hold that much water, so that's why it's not coming out as I want to. The last way is actually get your light color. Well, all you're going to do is get your orange and start coloring the tip a bit. So you're just going to color it. Once you start drawing, the color will actually come off, so don't worry, but let's say I'm writing the word sunset, and it has this really cool orangey yellow vibe. So sorry for the super loud, I don't know what truck is outside. orange will be gone. So as you can see, by the time I got to the T, there was like pretty much no more orange. It has a pretty cool effect, depending. Oh, I didn't even spell sunset right. Alrighty, don't look at that, but just look at the blending technique. So yeah, this one looks pretty cool. What I would do is, if you're writing a longer word, I would recolor it multiple times so it doesn't look so yellow at the end and it looks more blended. Comment down below if you have any other tips or if you own Tombow dual brush pens. Another way would be to use a plastic bag or just a plastic surface. I would use a Ziploc bag, but I don't seem to find any, so I'm just going to use this random leftover plastic that I found. What you're going to do is you're going to get your orange or your darker color, and you're just going to color a bit on this plastic surface, and you can kind of see, I don't know if you can tell, but it's kind of just sitting on top as water. So you're going to take your yellow one, and it's kind of the same principle as last time where we colored it, but instead we're just going to pick it up with the yellow, and then we can start writing with it. So if I turn it this way so we have some more space, we can write sun. I don't know why, but so once you start seeing that the orange is running out, what you can do is you can just grab a bit more. And it has a really cool effect. You can play around with it, you can do different things with this, but you can basically just color it, I don't know, make a nice orangey yellow sun right here. Mix it and try different ways of doing it. And once you've done that, and let's say I don't want the orange anymore, all you can do, you can just color it and it'll eventually go back to just plain yellow pretty quickly. So don't worry, it might become a bit stained. As you can see, this one's already a bit stained orange because I've done it so many times. The color will still come out as yellow, so that's fine. I have a secret tip that I do to get a tie-dye background. So, and it involves this plastic bag again. What you're going to do is you're going to get your two colors that you want to do a tie-dye with. So I'm going to do some orange, or yellow, yellow, orange, and then what you're going to do after you've done that, you're going to quickly, get your water pen or just dip your paintbrush with water, and you're just gonna, drip some water here and there. And then this comes the best part. You're gonna grab this and you're gonna just smush it. And you're just gonna smush it around, mix it, and it'll have a really cool effect. I don't think I put enough water, but that was way too much water. But you're gonna have a really cool effect, and if you have extra water, you can just dab it away. Just get a tissue, and clearly I did not put enough water. What you want to do is, this part was a bit dry, so it would come out like that, but it still has a cool effect. And then what you can do is just let it dry, and then you can letter something over it, and it's a cool background. That's it for this week's video. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe so that you'll be notified the next time I post a video. I have a bunch of fun videos planned for December, so make sure you click that subscribe button. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye!